Yeah, you already know it's your boy Joe back at it again, codingphase.com with a new setup. I'm just testing things out, man, and I say, let me go live and get to hang out with you guys. What you guys is up to, man? Put me on. Let me know what you guys been doing. How's everybody doing right now? Okay. Let me see if we start getting the chat start popping up. Okay, let me see. Just checking a couple of things. Hopefully you guys get to see this. Let me see. Let me check it out. See who's actually live with me. Okay, seems like we live right now. Checking a couple of things. Hopefully you guys get to see. It seems like your boy is live. Live. So what's good? Let me see who's going on. I see a couple of you guys popping up. Let me see if we get the chat going. Make sure you leave a message in here in the chat so I can see you live with me. Put me on. Let me know what's good. Oh, sure. I got to see my boy I do Reyes in here. What's going on, my guy? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Whoa. I'm about to drop my whole laptop. Yeah, so I had to go in and get a new software, man. The last few days I've been having some issues. I usually use this thing called Ecamm Live, but for whatever reason, it's not working, bro. It's not working at all. I don't know. Apple did a new update, and it just been messed up the whole time after that. You at work right now? Nice. Where you work at? What you do right now? Today was a really good day in the market. I mean, if you was shorting, so today I had a really good day. It was a nice little $2,000 day. Caught it at the end, schemed it. So, by the way, guys, if you guys haven't checked out the Trading Fundamentals course, go check it out, man. I'm telling you guys, it's a good skill to have. You know what I mean? It's a good skill to have. It's something that I wish somebody would have put me on back in the days, you know, because I'll be honest with you, you know, when you work so hard, you know, to make $2,000, like that shit is hard, bro. $2,000 for the average person, that's like almost damn near, you know, 2 weeks of work if you have a decent job. And you know, for me, that's why I appreciate all these little blessings that I be getting, you know, of just like learning skills, you know, preparing myself and taking risk. Okay, trading is not for everybody, and that's fine, right? But I do recommend for at least invest into your future. Get a 401k, Roth IRA, like invest in the long term. You don't have to day trade. Day trading is risky, but you could do swing trading, which is like, hey, you could buy something cheap. Like right now, you see everything that's happening right now. Things is being sold for cheap, right? If you've been wanting to get Nvidia, this might be the time that you want to go in and average in, buying $5 a day, $2 a day, whatever you want to buy. You could buy fractions of a stock. You don't have to buy the whole stock, but in the long term, it's gonna be worth something. Nvidia's not going around. It's not going anywhere, bro. That's just gonna be here for a long time. Especially because everything that we use, from computers, from cell phones, cars, everything is using chips, right? And a lot of the times is they're using the NVIDIA graphic cards, or even just the infrastructure. I mean, look at the things that's happening now with AI, right? What you think is powering that is NVIDIA. You know what I mean? So that shit is not going nowhere. If you think in your head, be like, will NVIDIA be here 10 years from now? I mean, look at everything that's happening. You get what I'm saying? That's one thing that I regret. There was a point that I had $50,000 worth of NVIDIA, and I'm always going to regret that shit, because that shit would have been like 1 point something million dollars right now, bro. Like, that's crazy. But I wasn't thinking long term. I just didn't really understand the market, to be honest with you. Sometimes I will buy things and I'll be like, okay, I'm holding this, and then once I double my money, I'll be all right, I'm good. But there's stocks and companies that when you buy them, it's a hold. That's like your retirement. That's like for you to just hold it. It's like Apple. Whoever bought Apple in the 90s, right? Or early 2000s, like, bro, that's a major hold. Even if you bought it when the first iPhone came out, like, bro, that shit changed the game. That's a company that's gonna be around for a long time. Shout out to Renee. Shout out to King Darian. What's going on, guys? I'm alive. I've been trying to go live, bro. I've been trying to create content. I swear to God, I feel like my life is always like it's a struggle for everything. Like if I go in, I'm like, okay, cool, I'm ready to go. I got my energy up. I'm about to start doing a bunch of videos. I'm about to go live. I'm about to do all these things. Then the freaking hardware don't work. The software don't work. Something breaks. Like what the hell, bro? Like why does that happen? It's like something always trying to stop you, man. Shout out to everybody that's in here. I see a couple of you guys that's popping up. Okay. Let me see if I could start adding you guys. Let me see if there's a way I could go in and add the chat to the live stream. So this is actually OBS. How does the quality look on this? Let me know. I know the audio is not the best because I'm basically using the laptop's microphone. But let me know how's the video, how's the quality? You get what I'm saying? Like, how's the quality? Does it look good? Yeah, man. And it's crazy because I was paying for that Ecamm Live. I was paying like something close to like $50 a month just to go live, and the shit doesn't work. And I'm like, bro, I'm about to cancel that shit. And now I'm on this OBS, which is free. Sometimes going free might be the way. Yeah, man. Let me see. Just going in, checking what everybody's up to. Again, guys, remember this is a two-way conversation. Don't let me be here just talking about myself. Talk to me in the chat, man. Let's go back and forth. Let me see. What's up, Joe? What's up, chat? Oh, shoot. Look at my boy, Renee. Shout out to Renee, one of the members of codingphase.com who recently got hired at Sony. Congratulations on that, bro. So they invited you to the headquarters. Bro, see if they could, give you a little preview of GTA 6, bro. That's the first shit. I'll start working out at Sony, bro. I'll be like, yo, where y'all got GTA 6? Where's the demo? Dudes is like, yo, we're gonna show you the freaking cafeteria. We're gonna show you, here's our main office. This is, if you ever want to come in to work, you can always come work here. This will be where you would basically, work with the team. Da da da. I'm like, this is all cool and all, but where's GTA 6, yo? I start looking around like, yo, I start looking under the desk like, yo, where you hiding GTA 6 though? Like, I'll be one of those people that, get fired from the job. Is like, yeah, I'll come back live. Yo, Joe, guys, listen, GTA 6 is lit. I played it last night. Yo, that was supposed to be confidential, bro. Get let go. That'll be some shit you get let go because you told the world what's the day that GTA 6 coming out or some shit like that. Oh, man. So, yeah, man, shout out to Renee. Congratulations on that, bro. I'm glad everything's going good for you, and, the training that we gave you was worth something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you learned something here. So I'm happy for you. Let me see. Alex Casanos, what's going on, my guy? It says, isn't OBS like an industry standard? I think it is, but Mostly for people who do like gaming and stuff like that. Like right now, like I don't have nothing set up. Like I have to set all of these things up. Like, when people subscribe, when people leave a message, and the little things, the little pop-ups, all that stuff, I gotta set that up. With Ecamm Live, it was just like one click button type thing. But I guess now I gotta set this up. I haven't used OBS. The last time I used OBS was in 2017 when I first started this YouTube channel. So it's crazy being back on OBS. So yeah, man. I'm just reading through the chat, seeing what you guys say in there. Guys, listen. New automation career path coming up this week. Okay, the first two courses is gonna be on the website, so definitely go check it out. Okay, we're gonna start with, of course, we have a revamp of Cursor. For those of you guys that haven't, checked out Cursor or don't know how to properly use it, we're gonna have that, and then from there we're gonna go into what I call AI scenarios, which is the name of, the course. The career path is gonna be AI automations, and the course is gonna be AI scenarios. Okay, so in there we're gonna go into how to generate images, how to generate videos. Of course, all of the skills that you're gonna learn is solving a business problem. So that's why I'm calling it AI scenarios. So it's like we're looking at scenarios of things that you might have to do at a job. Now, again, this could be from a big company to a small company to even freelancing. These are skills that you can literally do for a business to solve their problems. All right. So again, we have things like generating images. So for advertisement, if you work for e-commerce company, they might be running advertisement, or they might need some images for, like, let's say for some of the products that they might have, right? How do you go in and do that? How do you do that at scale? If you got, let's say, 10,000 products, how do you go in and actually automate that? Because it will be ridiculous that you'll be like one by one doing all 10,000 of them. No, there's a way to automate all of this. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to show you how to do that. Then from there, we're going to go into the space of, you know, generating, in a sense, like text, right? So when you work at an e-commerce company, for example, let's say you work at a company and they have some products, right? They give you a vague detail about the product itself. There's a way that you could actually go in and with an image of the product itself, you could come up with a great description for that product. So it could be for the sales page. It could have details. It could have a whole bunch of different things. And I'm going to show you guys how to automate that and how to use like the best services for that. So that way you can go in and provide that to a business, right? Same thing for if you're working with a company, which is maybe a digital agency. They work with different clients and they need somebody to come in and help them with the SEO. Guess what? You don't have to be an SEO expert. You can use AI for that. All right. And you could do it all programmatically, where literally you go in, you do the research on what the company is, right? What services they provide, what's their competition. And then once you have that information, you feed it to the AI. And then from there, we go into, you know, what are the different titles for blogs, what are the keywords that you got to focus on, so you could help this business rank on Google. And not just Google, but also to AI search engines, things like ChatGPT, Perplexity, and all the other ones like Google AI and Bing, which is called Copilot. So there's a lot of stuff that we're going into. Okay, the final stage of that career path is going to be how to build your own type of software as a service. So there's going to be situations where you might have some ideas, a client might have ideas. How do you go in and build a full stack application, even if you're not an expert, right? Even if you're not an expert, you can say, well, I know how to code, Joe. I know how to code certain things, but I really don't know how I will be able to build this application because I'm not a full stack developer. Well, we're gonna go in and teach you how to do that with AI and how to set up all of the different steps, right? Going from the PRD to be able to go in and figure out what are the features that you need to focus on, how to set up agents to so the agents could go in and start building the application for you, right? And how to make sure that everything is secure. So it's a lot of stuff that's gonna be in there, but again, it's gonna be a really cool course where it's a skill that no matter where you go, you're gonna need it. And I need you guys to start adding that to your resume, okay? Especially if you are an email developer. I'm seeing a lot of different companies asking for certain skills that come with using AI. So you're gonna need to start adding that to your resume. So again, it sucks that sometimes you be like, man, am I done learning? And it's like, bro, the industry constantly changes, so you have to continue learning. That's why I go in. I usually try to focus on getting people to just sign up for the subscription because, like right now, $30, it's almost nothing, right? It's $1 a day when you go to codingphase.com and you get access to all the courses, and I do the research for you. I find the right career paths. I go in and look at those career paths. What are the things that they're asking for? I basically do all the work for you and make sure that everything is up to date so you can go in and just come to the platform and follow the career path, okay? And that's it. That way you could get the best results, and in a sense, you could get hired or even go to a different job if that's what you want to do, right? Let me see, reading through here, guys. By the way, make sure you check out codingphase.com for anybody that haven't checked it out. Link should be in the description. That should be already known, okay? But yeah, man, leave a message, man. Don't leave me out here talking to myself, man. I know this is a really bad time. It's 5:47 here in the Eastern. About to say in the Eastern Conference. In the East Coast, bro. I'm about to say, yeah. I'm dead as I was about to say, yo. It's 5:47 in the Eastern Conference. Yo, sometimes, bro. Oh my God, yo. But in the East Coast, it's 5:47, so I know people is driving, people is heading home right now, or or maybe just got home and they're about to eat. Some of you guys that are in the West Coast, y'all probably still working, so I get it. Hold on, guys, let me get some water. I've been having this bad cough for like damn near almost like 2 months, bro. I gotta get that shit checked out, man. It's almost 12 a.m. in Cape Town. Damn. Shout out to my people, South Africa. Shout out to my people in Africa. Again, put some respect in my people from Africa. You know what I mean? Like, Africa's the shit, man. I mean, you imagine this: you go outside, you you go to your backyard, and you bump into a lion or some shit. I mean, it's probably not like that in the city, but you know, outside of the city, somewhere, in the backwoods, they're probably seeing all type of crazy shit. Or if you live in like in a village or something, they're probably seeing all type of crazy shit out there. It's like, yeah, bro, I just came outside, a freaking monkey ate my breakfast, bro. Like, that shit would be dope, man. That's why I want to go. I want to go to Africa one day, man. God willing. There's so many places that I want to go to. I just pray to God to give me strength to, you know, allow me to go in and check off a couple of things off my bucket list. And that's definitely one of them. Let me see. Yo, I've been enjoying your videos, man. Crispy FS says, I've been enjoying your videos, man. I'm trying to go back to college for a full stack associate's degree because I might be covered for grants. Nice. Might as well take advantage. Yeah. Look, man, if you have the time, it's like what I tell people. If you have the time and you have, you don't have that much stuff on your plate, go to college. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. The thing that I tell people is if your goal is to get a job, don't put so much focus on college. College is like an extra perk that you have on your resume, to be honest with you. Um, in a sense, like college, if you go to any college, it doesn't matter what college, right? Of course, it's always better when you go to an Ivy League school, because what that does is opens up doors. Like if somebody comes in and says, "Well, I went to Harvard," like shit, I'm looking through the resumes. I gotta stop whatever I'm doing. Let me see what this guy's about, right? But having a degree puts you at a higher level than most people, right? But at the same time, don't put all your focus on just getting the degree, because you need to learn real skills for the job. And college doesn't teach that. College, in a sense, and universities teach theory, right? They teach you theory, they teach you the fundamentals, which I always think is stupid. Like if I go to college, like I don't want to be taking Western civilization or psychology. I don't need to be taking none of that shit. Like it's really like a waste of time. They should just focus exactly on what you're doing for your career, and that's it. Because I know when I was going to college, I was taking so many classes that I was like, why is this shit even in my curriculum? Why do I gotta be taking Western Civilization 1 and 2? Why do I have to go in and you know, for the degree that I was going for, right? For programming and systems, like when I was taking my associates, I was taking like networking. And I'm like, but I don't want to do networking. Like, I'm not trying to be like IT or server type of guy, freaking DevOps. I don't want to do none of this shit. Like, why y'all teaching me this? Like, y'all just eating up all my money from my financial aid. Like, straight up. You know, there's schools that's what they do. They know how to finesse it to eat up all the money from your financial aid. Um, so yeah, so when you go to school, like just know that that's just a piece of paper. It's not guaranteed that you have like you have a job because you have a degree. The amount of people that have a degree and don't have a job, it's crazy, right? So what you want to do is you go to school, right? It's a nice perk to have. It's a great experience. Like shit, if I could go back to school right now, like college, I would go. But I'm like the breadwinner from the house. Like if I don't even have time to do anything, bro. Like I'll be honest, man. I wish I had the time, right? If I had the time, the freedom, I would do it. I would go get, my master's, maybe like, I don't know, maybe electrical engineering or something with like robotics or something like that. Because everything about code, like I could learn that shit on my own. I want to learn something that I can't learn at home. So that will be nice. But yeah, when you go into school, like just prepare yourself outside of school. And I know it's hard because it's like, oh, you're working, or maybe you're going to school full time, whatever it is, and then you got to do other stuff to get the job. Well, that's how it is. That's how it works. Let me see. Gregory Powers, what's going on, bro? I haven't seen you in a long time. Long time no see. What's going on, my guy? You still in Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken? Unless you're a different Gregory Power. If I'm not mistaken, you was from Atlanta, right? From Georgia. Let me see. You thought about visiting a maker space? That's a way into robotics building stuff. Nice. I gotta check it out. I haven't thought about it. Haven't really done like the research on it. That's really the truth on it. Let me see. I was out in North Carolina. Yeah, I know it's like North Carolina. I know you was around that area, North Carolina. Where? Damn, I can't. I'm trying to remember because I know who you are. I know who you are, right? I'm just trying to see if I remember exactly. Like, I think, did you work in like a national park or something like that? Maybe I'm confusing you with somebody else. But did you work in a national park? I'm almost sure of this, but that's how I remember you. So if You tell me yes, I worked in a national park, then yeah, I know exactly. Let me see. Reading through here. Gaming Zero says just got laid off. Gonna start making more trips. Yes. Okay, there you go. Now I remember. You see, I remember. I remember everybody, all my peoples. I remember all my peoples, bro. Even if I haven't seen you in mad long. So what do you do now, Gregory? What you working on? Let me see. Gamer Zero says I just got laid off. Gonna start taking more time to trips to the coding phase gym. Nice. Damn, that sucks, bro. My fault. Reading through here, it was fisheries and wildlife. That's how I got the nature stuff. Let me see. So I mean, you still doing fisheries? Because if I'm not mistaken, I thought you was doing something else after that, or you still in that industry in that space. Okay, I'm currently unemployed. Got laid off from being a data scientist for a local government. Was going to spin into a position with the feds. Okay, nice. Damn, that sucks, man. Yeah, man, people get laid off, man, or got laid off in the last 6 months, man. That shit sucks. Okay, nice. Do database coding and geospatial work. Nice. Let me see. MacDo says, Joe, should we start a LLC, starting to freelance? I would say no. Don't set up a LLC until you have some money coming in. You know, let your profits pay for it. There's no point of you paying for LLC when in reality you don't have no profits coming in yet. Because then it's like you're paying for something that you don't need at the moment, right? You could use that money for other things. Now, once you have gotten over a certain amount of money, that's like, okay, I'm making, let's say, 60, 70 grand a year, right? Then you go in and you say, okay, let me set up a LLC um, with an S Corp. Even though that shit just makes your life super complicated, but taxes wise, it's worth it. Now, for like, let's say if you're doing your business, you could do sole proprietor. Sole proprietor means that you have a business, it just hasn't been established. So you're getting paid either cash or checks or however you're getting paid, and you declare that as money that's coming in from your business. Now you can deduct things like business expenses just like a LLC. The LLC, what it does is it protects you and separates your personal assets and your business assets. So let's say if you do something and somebody sues you, then they can't come after you and your personal assets. They can only get whatever is on the business. So if you only got like $5,000 in your business and somebody sues you for $50,000 and be like, well, I only got 5,000, bro. Like, what you want me to do? Here you go, 5,000. You get what I'm saying? Like, so that's the good thing about having an LLC. It just separates you from your business. But most of the time, if you're doing like you starting your own business, like you don't need an LLC unless you're doing something that you know damn well you want to go in and protect yourself. Like you're like, bro, I'm selling casino passes or some shit like like that. You get what I'm saying? If somebody goes to a casino, loses all their money, and they come be like, yeah, well, Gregory sold me this pass, and he told me that this casino was amazing and I could make money on it, and now I'm stuck in this casino life. I'm a gambler. I'm doing this and that. I'm losing money. Then now, you could sue. I mean, but also too, it's more like You can't even sue for that shit. Like it could be like something like you do, I don't know, you do roofing and the roof falls down on somebody after you do it. Like it falls on somebody. Like the roof opens up, breaks. Now there could be some type of malpractice, so then they could sue your business because you didn't do it. Or someone paid you money to do something by a certain deadline and you didn't do it by that deadline and they actually lost money, then now they can sue you. You know? So that's when it's good to have a LLC. Nick the Skinny says government jobs aren't safe anymore, at least with this administration. Yeah, man, things have gotten really, really ugly. I mean, it was already ugly. You know, I don't like to go too much into politics, but this shit was ugly since 2023, bro. Since 2023, at the end of it, like, shit was just looking bad. You know, because I mean, even like, I'll give you an example. They used to be saying, like, hey, I don't know, 100,000, 500,000, 700,000 new jobs are opening up or whatever, right? At the time. And a lot of those jobs were like bullshit jobs. Same thing with like unemployment. You know, when you see those numbers of unemployment, they'll be like, well, you know, it's only 3%, it's only 4%. It's usually more than that. You know why? Because what happens is that, let's say you work at, you do Uber, you had a good job. Let's say you was making 80, 90,000, right? Solid job. Then you got laid off. Then after you got laid off, you go in and you take a side income so you could go in and survive somehow. Now you're not reported as being on unemployment or even unemployed. So they skewed the numbers to make it seem like shit was still good. It's like, nah, after the pandemic, all this shit got fucked up, bro. Like all of it. Because what happens is that you can't close the country. This country is so dependent on everybody working that if you stop people from working and businesses from making money, the whole economy collapses and it just gets ugly because it's an ecosystem. Like I'll give you an example. Like right now, McDonald's is hyping up the $3 menu. Why do they have the $3 menu? Very simple, because people can't afford to buy a dollar, or buy their bullshit, $10, $15 freaking meals that they have. That shit's ridiculous. So now they're bringing back, the dollar menu is no longer here because the money, the inflation, and the money's not worth the same as it used to be. So when McDonald's says, well, all of these things cost us XYZ and it costs us 60 cents to make, right? We can make, let's say, 40 cents on a dollar in profit. Guess what? All of those things, from the chicken, from the transportation, all of this shit, now it costs them, $1.80 to fucking make the little bullshit hamburger that used to be a dollar. And it's the same thing for everybody else. Everything is more expensive now. And it really comes down to that. You can't close the country for so long and then not expect for the economy to now be hurting years after that. You get what I'm saying? Then comes in Trump, which sold the dream to everybody, right? You know what I'm saying? Of like, hey, there's gonna be no wars. Okay, we in a war. Hey, we're gonna do tariffs, step by step. This dude started giving out tariffs like it's fucking Tic Tacs, right? So now those businesses that haven't even fully recovered from the pandemic, they, they now hurting. So now they gotta start letting people go. Then now you add into the mix AI, right? Most of these big companies, the big companies, they don't care about their employees. right? They don't care about the employees. So what they're doing is they're cutting costs to bring their stocks up, right? So I'll give you an example, like let's say Facebook right now, right? Facebook right now is not doing so good, right? Why they're not doing so good? Because small business owners are not doing so good, right? The average person that doesn't have that much money to invest in themselves, buy anything, take flights, take trips, go to a restaurant. So all of this shit, right, hurts Facebook because Facebook makes money from advertisement. So if the businesses are paying for advertisement and the advertisement is not generating them any money because no matter what, there's no money in the streets right now. So then now they're doing bad. So what is Facebook going to do? Even though Facebook got so much money on hand, what they're gonna do? They're gonna go in so their stock doesn't go down, even though it's still going down. They're gonna go in and basically lay off 20% of the company, which in a sense makes sense because they're not making that much money as they used to. But you would think that if you work at a company for 10 years and you made that company or helped that company make, let's say, $100 billion, right? And they got in the bank $80 billion. You would think that, oh shit, this individuals came in, they worked for us, they did everything for us, da da da. Shit, let's go in and keep them around until the economy comes back up and everything is good and dandy. That's not what they're doing. They're going in and they're focusing more on their stock prices and their investors, and then they're going lay people off. So then now the numbers look like they're doing good. It looks on paper like they're doing good. They're like, okay, yeah, we was making $100 billion a year, but now we're making $80 billion. But guess what? We got rid of $20 billion of expenses. So in a sense, we're making the same amount as we were before, right? Ta-da! And then you throw AI into the mix, and they're like, okay, how can we even save even more money so our company could be even more profitable? Let's go in and keep the employees that are gonna help grow the company with AI, and all the old heads or the people that can't keep up or the new people that we don't see the value in them, that they were like code monkey, grunt work. We're gonna get rid of them, and then now our numbers look good. We have extra cash to invest into AI and the infrastructure of AI, which is gonna basically investing into the future of their company. So that's what's going on. Mac, do it. Yes, the AI automations course is coming this month. Yes, 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 yes. This week, you should be seeing the first two courses on it. Clemmy 2030 says, is email development still worth it learning? Let me ask you this. Do you not get emails from companies, right? Do you not have a bunch of promotional emails on your Gmail? Go to Gmail. There's three tabs. There's one for, spam. There's your primary. There's the promotional tab, right? In there, you're going to see a million fucking emails that have been sent to you. Now, you might not open them, but a good 10 to 20% of people do open their promotional emails. That's what generates income for companies. I give you an example. I don't send out emails all the time, all right? But when I do send out email, right, I have over 100,000 subscribers that I have their emails, right? People have came to codingphase.com, have signed up before, or have been, members of the site, or have just signed up for a newsletter, right? When I go in and I send out an email, okay, I get anywhere from 2 to 5%, right? That's in people that's coming in and buying, right? I don't send out emails every day. Maybe I should, but I don't like to spam. I feel like I like to have my emails where if I send you an email, it's a notification of something important, right? But when I do send out an email, that's a 2,000 to 5,000 people that actually go in and sign up, purchase something, or come back into the platform, right? Companies like Nike, companies like, Adidas, whatever, Sony, any company that you could think of, they get their sales from the emails. They have advertisement. It's a combination. You have advertisement on TV, advertisement on radio, advertisement on social media, and you have the emails. Emails is direct to consumer. You don't have to spend any dollars for that. Okay? So companies love that. So they're going to be email developers for a long time. Now, is the job of the email developer going to look the same 3 years from now? Right? We're in 2026 going to 2027. So let's say by 2030. Is the job of an email developer going to look the same? No. Okay? Why is that? Because in 2000 and let's say I'm keeping a timeline from when we started in this channel. 2017, you needed to become an email developer. You needed to know HTML, CSS, how to build the emails, and that's it. Make sure you test them, and that's it. That was your job. The job then from there went into a space called email marketing specialist. Okay? Now you got to know how to set up the campaigns, how to set up segmentation, how to know the software. Could be Salesforce, Marketing Cloud, could be Klaviyo, MailChimp, could be whatever. You got to know the ESP, how to go in and set all of that up. Guess what's happening now? Now we're going into the space of AI. So the things that you have learned, that foundation is what you're coming in with to then now be able to do things with AI. You, my friend, that might be someone who's learning how to code, learning the tools, learning the things that's going to be needed to get a job now as an email developer, you have a way better chance to be able to be in this industry 3 years from now than the person who's going to start 3 years from now. Does that make sense? And the reason that is because you actually know how to code emails. You actually know how to set up, the email campaign segmentations, etc. Right? ESPs, all of the things that come with it. Right? You know how to code. You know how to build landing pages. You know how to set up Google tag. You know how to work with UTM tags. You know how to do all of those things. Okay? But now, because you started, let's say, a few years ago, or you're starting now, you're now building experience, you now have a job. 3 years from now, when the industry goes in and goes upside down, meaning like we put it on its head, right? We pile drive the whole industry, right? The people that's going to be getting hired are the people that only have experience, that have been here for a long time. And the reason that is because companies is not going to want to go in and be like, well, damn, you only know how to code, but you don't know how to work with ESPs. You don't know how to do segmentation. You don't know how to use the AI tools to make your job faster. You don't know how to do the testing, right? The person starting 3 years from now, it's almost damn near like, not that they don't have a chance, but it's going to be so much shit that they're going to have to learn, right? Right now, it's still easy, right? We still in easy mode, as far as the skills that you're going to need, right? Now, what's crazy is that where I see the industry going is going to be the same way how it was in 2011 when I started, 2011, 2012. 2011, 2012, the industry had only so many jobs and so many opportunities that they could gatekeep. They could go in and say, well, we are only hiring people who have experience or have a degree. So then now, if you don't have experience and you don't have a degree in 2030, I could imagine companies being like, yeah, right now we're not hiring people who just came from a boot camp or just came from, an online class or this and that, because you don't have experience. you don't have a degree. Like they'll go in and start raising the bar of like all this shit that you're gonna need. It starts filtering out certain individuals. Like so many people, like let's say even like right now, 2022 to 2024, right? So many people got into like learning how to code because there was a huge demand for it. But there's a lot of people that don't even like to code, and they're not actually good. They just go in and go to school, get a computer science degree, and that's it. They thought that they got a job, right? Most of those people is gonna get phased out. Same thing with the old heads, right? There's a bunch of old heads that they're already giving up. Like a guy right now, maybe I don't know, 40 something, right? Or maybe 30 something, because sometimes some guys at 30 they think they're old, right? They got laid off, right? And they're like, well, that's it, I'm done. I'm not, I'm not going into interviews. I'm not doing this and that. That's actually a good thing. Get your old ass out of here. Get your loser ass out of here, right? Because you already have a loser mentality, right? Which opens up the doors for us, the winners, okay? I'm gonna tell you like this, man. When you start seeing Asians and Indians quitting, learning to code, that's when you know the industry is a wrap, okay? Till that day, that means there's opportunities, right? They're not stupid. They're smart. And there's a reason why Indian Americans in the United States are the racial or ethnicity, right? Whatever you want to go into, right? The racial group that is the highest paid per household. They're not stupid, right? They know what they're doing. They getting into shit that makes money. STEM, right? And it's funny because I'll be seeing like so many blacks and Latinos that be like, oh yeah, man, this shit is done, bro. I'm like, all right, bro, we need this shit the most. And you're the one giving up? All right, cool. Keep doing what you're doing. The day I start seeing Indians and Asians stop fucking, preparing themselves to be in the industry, that's when I say there's a problem. We're not there yet. Okay? They're actually doubling down. You have to be stupid to go in and see everything that's happening in the world and be like, well, yeah, man, I'm not going to learn how to code. And it's like, bro, you got to be dumb to think like that. You be like, yeah, man, today I'm going to go and be a plumber because, shit, I keep seeing people getting laid off. Bro, this shit has happened before, right? You can't think about what's happening at the moment. You got to think of what's happening in the near future, in the future, right? This shit is not going to go away. This phone is not going to go away. This screen that you're watching me on, it's not going to go away. All of this is done with technology, right? Even if 10 years from now, 15 years from now, right? There's an AI that's so smart that does everything. Somebody has to be there to oversee it. As the industry changes, right? You want to be part of the change. You don't want to be part of the people that get phased out. There was a guy who used to be an expert with a fax machine. That guy's phased out. If he didn't go in and started thinking about, how to use a scanner, how to go in and use the internet, right? There was a job for a guy that just go in and be like, he types in a couple of numbers, make sure the fucking fax machine is connected, and voila, that was his job. If he didn't go in and kept up with the industry as the industry started changing and he gave up, he said, well, man, I used to make really good money as a fax machine guy. There used to be guys who used to make hundreds of thousands of dollars by building simple websites with HTML, CSS in the dot-com bubble. Those guys that stopped and moved on, they got phased out. What happened to all those people that came after him? You get what I'm saying? What happens to these people that we are seeing now? Like, if you got laid off, you got to understand this is part of the process. A job has an expiration date. Don't think in your head that your career is done, that you're finito, that AI is no. This shit is just beginning. This is a fucking new stage for you. When you get back into the workforce in your next job, there's gonna be new skills, new tools that you're gonna have to know. It's up to you to decide. Do you want to fucking quit, or start fucking doing Uber or some shit, or you go in and you change with the times. This is why it's so important to have savings, right? This shit it's not a game, right? It's so important to be smart with your finances. I'm telling you guys this shit out of experience. You know what I mean? Like, I've made millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? I've made millions of dollars, but at the same time, I wasn't financially, smart with it, right? I'm in a good situation, but to be honest with you, I should be like in Dubai or some shit. But like, straight up, like, but the problem is, if you're not thinking of, in a sense, how can I explain? Like, if you if you don't know about financial literacy, doesn't matter how much money you get in your pocket, right? You're not gonna know how to multiply it. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with somebody that has a decent job, right? It has a good job. Let's say you're making 80, 90, whatever it is. But you're buying mad shit. You're fucking spending on mad shit. You're thinking like the average person of like, yeah, let me buy a house and do this and that. Like I'll give you for example, the worst thing that I ever did was buy a house. And that's a lot of people who feel the same way. And the reason is because your money could grow much faster in doing other investments. Putting money into a house is just keeping it there. That money's not growing unless you sell the house. You get what I'm saying? And when it comes to like savings, you gotta have your savings together. You gotta put your money away. You gotta invest into some shit. Even if you're making $4,000 or $5,000, you gotta start putting $100 every fucking month or every week into the stock market. You gotta go in and just leave it there. Not even touch it. Leave it there for emergency. And when your company goes in and says, "Oh, they got a 401k," max it out so they can match it. Now your shit is growing. You get what I'm saying? But you have to understand, like, this is just part of the process. We've been here before. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't overthink this shit. If you give up, you're opening the space. This shit is like a line, bro. We are all on a line. We are all on a line getting into the club. Okay? Think of this like this. This is like a club. Okay? The music is popping. The people that's inside the club, they're having a ball right now. They're having a ball. They're chilling. Right? Maybe you got laid off. Think of it as you went outside to smoke a cigarette. But guess what? Outside, there's a big ass line. You don't got VIP tickets to get back in, right? You went outside, so now you're gonna have to wait on the line. Now you could be outside and be like, "Man, I'm not getting back into the club. I'm done." Okay, so go home. The people that's on the line, they're getting back in. You're getting back into the club. It's a couple of baddies, a couple of beaties in there. They're gonna get lucky tonight. You're gonna have to go home, and it's gonna be you and Palmula, right? The club is fucking popping right now, but you went outside. Now you gotta wait your turn on the line. Now if you move from the line, you leaving it to the next fucking guy to come in and get that spot. That's just how this shit works. You know, there's people that right now they're getting phased out, and it's actually a good thing, because there's people that just gonna give up and move on, and it opens up doors for new people, right? There's new kids that want to get in. There's new adults that want to switch careers into tech, and they can't get in because there's a motherfucker that don't want to retire. There's a motherfucker that he's so good, he got that spot forever. And there's motherfuckers that's just getting by, that they know how to finagle their way into a job, into an office, and they're not going outside. The moment they're outside, some of us is waiting for that turn to get in. Because once they get out, now they got to wait their ass on the line. This is how this shit is. It's up to you what you want. That's why I tell people, man, come to coding phase. I don't care. Look, I tell you like this. I got a service. I provide a service. I go in. I get results. There's a reason why coding phase has been around for damn near 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I dedicate my life to help you get into the industry, help you learn the right skills, help you get a job. And it doesn't matter if you already had a job and you're like struggling. Let's come in. Let's fucking fix this shit. You know what I mean? But this is what we do. Now, you could come to coding phase or you could go to wherever you want to go to. Try something else. I don't care. Like, to me, it doesn't hurt me, right? But I want you to succeed. And what I can tell you is being in STEM, being in tech is going to be the best thing that you're going to do for yourself. Don't listen to nobody. Don't listen to the comments. Most of the fucking people that's in the comments, they're fucking losers. There's people that never fucking done anything. They never seen $100,000 in their pocket. They've never fucking bought a house. They never fucking bought a fucking new car. These is motherfuckers that they don't got shit going on in their lives. And what they do is they leave nothing but negative comment because of their own insecurities. And there's people that already made it. I've seen people, which is kind of crazy. There's guys that already made it in the game. And they're like, yeah, man, I wouldn't tell nobody to get into tech right now. If I was starting, I would tell them to go in. You don't think these people are trying to, psych you out? But then you ask them, but what type of job do you do? Well, I'm a software engineer. So how about you go quit your job and go fucking do fucking Uber or go do fucking plumbing? Why are you telling the new people that want to get in that, yeah, man, I wouldn't tell them to get into tech right? But you're in? That's like a dude in the club, chilling. Music is banging. Got a bunch of BDs around. Shorties is looking crazy. BBLs everywhere. It's a BBL party. You know what I mean? BBL white party, lingerie party type shit. And he's in there. And he comes outside. He tells you, yeah, bro, I wouldn't think you want to come into this party, man. The music is too loud. Bro, it's a BBL party. I'm good. I'll chill there with the loud music. I don't care if my eardrums explode. You know what I'm saying? I'm going in, bro. Like, fuck you mean? dude coming from inside, and he comes outside. He's like, yeah, bro. I don't think you want to go into this party, bro. The music is too loud. We not in there for the music. We in there for the BBLs, bro. Fuck you mean? Like, what the fuck you talking about? Dude telling you like, yo, yeah, I don't think y'all should get it. Yeah, but why you in there? And he telling this shit from the window. Yeah, bro, don't worry. I don't think you want to come in here, bro. The music is too loud. And he telling you this shit from the window. So why you not outside, bro? I got to make a YouTube short of this, bro. I got to make a YouTube short of this shit. Because that's exactly what's happening. I hate when I see that shit. There's motherfuckers that you see them like on Twitter or you see them on YouTube comments. And it's like, bro, but how about you go be a carpenter? How about you go do this and that? So you want me to be here and stay being a truck driver? You want me to stay here be doing Uber? You want me to stay here fucking doing moving companies? You want me to stay here in a warehouse? You want me here to be your cashier? But I'm trying to do something better for myself. And you inside, but you telling me, oh yeah, man, don't worry about it. The music is too loud in here. Yeah, bro, it's competitive. There's a lot of shit you got to learn. So how about you come out? If the shit is so bad, how about you come out? That's how you know that people trying to game the system. They're trying to psych you out. And they do this shit the whole fucking time. I don't know if y'all remember this, bro. Remember the story? This is real life shit, right? In 2011, I started going in and start learning how to code. I was going to school, doing, programming systems. I thought that they was going to teach me how to code, how to build website, build applications. They taught me how to fucking reset computers and shit like that. Like, it's so fucking boring, IT, right? So I decided I'm gonna learn how to code. I'm gonna do what I have to do, right? Because this is what I want to do, not because it's the highest paying shit. It's because I want to do this shit. I'm a creative individual. I want to code. I go in. I used to be in forums. And back in the days, forums used to be like the YouTube comments, right? You go in, you post something, and people will leave a reply. I go in, like, basically with like 2-3 months of like me learning how to code. Not even like I know how to code. Like 2-3 months, basic shit. Basic shit. And I go in and I apply to a company, right? And I got hired, not hired. I mean, technically, I got hired. I got an offer for a WordPress developer role. And I come in super excited. I'm like so happy. And I'm going into this forum and I go in, I'm like, guys, I got an offer. Because it's like an achievement. It's like some shit that, you work hard and you fucking do it. And all of these fucking losers, right? This is guys that were, some of them don't even work in the industry. Some of them do work in the industry. Some of them are old heads, right? And they're like, WordPress? Huh? Shraggy? You know what I mean? Like, they do the Scooby-Doo on you. WordPress? You got an offer for WordPress? Right? Yeah, if you do WordPress, bro, you're gonna get stuck there. You're not gonna be able to do this, for being a front end developer at the time or full stack developer or software engineers. Like, you're just gonna be stuck as a WordPress developer, right? Young minded Joe, which I have a problem. I listen to everybody. Like right now, you tell me, yo, Joe, shit, man, that little hair that you have, bro, you're gonna have to cut that shit off, bro. I'll go in and I'll start thinking about it. And I'm like, damn, I gotta fucking cut my shit off. Because, Gregory told me I should cut it. And maybe I want to make him happy. Maybe I want him to respect me. I'm that type of individual. It's called codependence, right? It's something that I've been dealing with my whole life. And a lot of us, we have that. It's the feeling of you want to be accepted. You want to make everybody happy. You want people to be proud of you. You want people to go in and give you good feedback. So you go in and you do things to, in a sense, make other people happy, right? So I go in and I email the company and I tell them, hey man, I appreciate it. I appreciate the offer, but I just got another offer. Did I have another offer? I didn't have another offer. I didn't have another job, right? Now the position was like for $50,000. Was more than what I was already making. I was gonna be able to be coding. I was gonna be able to be doing the things that I wanted to do, and it was a start. But by me listening to this fucking dweebs, because that's what some of these fucking nerds are. They're dweebs. This is motherfuckers that don't go outside type shit. So I'm over here like listening to, because I'm thinking, oh, they're so smart and they've been in the industry for so long and they're gonna give me good advice. Bro, it was the worst thing that they did. I go in, I tell this company I already got an offer when I don't have an offer, and I spend damn near 9 months more trying to find the first job. Mind you, I could have been working already, but I spent 9 months trying to find the next job because I listened to somebody else telling me some bullshit advice. This is what's going to happen to a lot of you guys, right? This is what's going to happen to a lot of you guys when you go in and you're listening to random shit that's on YouTube, listening to random shit that's in the comment section. All this shit is noise. Pay attention to what the Indians and the Asians is doing. When they stop, then you stop. Then you be like, all right, this shit got ugly. That means there's something better. They're not stopping. They're doubling down. You know what I'm saying? They doubling down with tech. They're doubling down with STEM. And that's when, we're gonna have Elon saying again, you know, 3 years from now, 4 years from now, yeah, bro, we actually have a shortage on people who actually have this AI skills, and we have a shortage on people who are engineers, and this is that. Mind you, all the Indians and the Asians, they're getting scooped up every day. That's how people get, they psych you out your game, bro. It already has happened to me before. People come in and they tell you some shit that's not really good advice. You see it all the time. Well, I see it all the time. I'll be like reading through the comments, and it'll be like motherfuckers that already working in the industry. Like, yeah, I don't know. I will tell somebody if they'll, to start. But why don't you quit then? Well, that's when they hit you with the well. Yeah, motherfucker, because you're making bank. So why are you telling somebody who's trying to do better, who's trying to get into the game, who's trying to do this, and that? Why are you telling him to quit? Why are you telling him, yeah, man, it's hard? Okay, but what if you got laid off today? What you gonna do? You gonna apply for the fucking the plumbing job, bro? No, he's not. He's not applying to the fucking plumbing job, bro. He's not doing it. But yeah, he'll tell you, yeah, bro, you gotta go to that plumbing, you gotta go to this and that. So they go have you in there, Mr. George. Mr. George, your new work is no good, Mr. George. Yeah, bro. Gatekeepers, bro. Always remember this, bro. Like, people want you to do good, but just not as good as them. One of the main reasons that people are so stressed, a lot of engineers are so stressed right now with AI, is because the shit that they do is no longer special. It's no longer special. Somebody that comes in, like I give you an example. Let's say you are an expert in Facebook ads, Google ads, and you know exactly what type of ads work, what type of you know landing pages are the best. Before, you will have to have friction, right? Of like, I don't know how to code, I will have to hire somebody to do this shit. But if you have the skills and you know exactly, you have the expertise of whatever industry, you can now build the MVP. By you building the MVP, you and having the knowledge and the expertise that you might have from whatever industry, you can now, even if you don't know how to code, you could build something, an idea, and test it out and then see if people are interested in that. Before, people will have to go in and hire a couple of engineers or a couple of, or agency or whatever. So now, the shit that made this dude that was like a fucking database administrator for 20 years special, it's no longer special because all you have to do is go in and say, hey man, I need a database for this, and that. We're gonna have 1,000 users. Help me out with this, Chat GPT. And somehow they could spin up some shit. Now, is it the best code? No. But it's enough to get them going and get them starting. Right? And a lot of engineers, developers, they're seeing that as competition. Like, why would they hire me or why would they need me when in reality they could do ChatGPT or do this, and that? The truth is that they don't know how to code. They don't know engineering. So that means that as their applications start to grow and problems start coming up, they're gonna need you. Right now, this right here is a business model. There's a guy right now on Instagram that literally what he does is he goes in and sets up OpenClaw for businesses. Because OpenClaw is a fucking mess. OpenClaw is fucking complicated. It's a fucking mess. right? But you can set up some automations for a company, and this guy's charging anywhere from $5,000 to $20,000, depending on what you want. He's catching, you know, people left and right. There's guys that they got the money, they don't even know what OpenClaw is, but they see all the hype, right? And this guy's going in and charging $5,000 to $10,000 to set it up for them. Then on top of that, he charges them again if they have any problems, anything that they need to update or set up. He'll go in and charge them a retainer fee, $100, $200. You have a guy that comes in and helps you out with your OpenClaw. That's a business model. You get what I'm saying? That guy's not worried about AI. That guy's working with AI. That guy's serving AI. Remember when I made that joke when I was telling people, I was like, yo, man, I ain't worried about AI. You know, if I got to be rubbing the fucking oil on the robot's neck, I'm going to do it because that's part of the job now. You know what I'm saying? Like 10, 15 years ago from now, like you're going to see like, yeah, Joe, what you doing in 2015, 2015, not 2025, damn, we in 2035. What you doing? Nah, bro, I'm just here, man, just updating this robot, putting some oil in his neck, making sure his joints is working, updating the system. That's it. If that's what the job requires now, that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm going with the flow. Samson says, truth is they are getting a generic template, not a bespoke app. Yes, exactly. Even at that, like look at there's a bunch of like random apps that are trying to be uploaded to like the Apple store. People just vibe coding bullshit, right? That doesn't even work. It's not secure. It's bullshit apps with React Native, and they're just using, Claude Code or whatever, right? You know what I mean? I'm just reading the chat. The chat's funny. Yo. So people are just uploading a bunch of bullshit apps, and the Apple curators, they're like, nah, we're not letting this app in. You can't just be uploading fucking bullshit to the Apple store. It's gotta be a solid app. Gotta bring something new. And it cannot be a clone of something that is not providing a value to anything else. You know what I'm saying? You can't just copy a whole app and be like, whoa, this is the testy app. Nah, you gotta create your own shit. Create something different. Bring something valuable to it. Because if not, then we just have this shit like the Android store. You go into the Android store, that shit is a fuckfest in there, man. That shit is a complete mess in there. Okay? You go into one of those apps, you catch a virus on your phone. Like, dead ass. Like, you ever downloaded an Android app, and next thing you know, you got pop-ups on your Android phone? Like, what part of the game is that? And then you're there trying to find out which app is the one that fucking... Which app is the one that has a fucking pop-up on your phone? That's why I stopped using Android, because I just couldn't take it no more. I go in and download an app. Next thing I know, I got a pop-up that covers my whole phone. I can't even get to the home screen. I gotta turn off the phone. And as soon as I turn off the phone, I gotta go to the settings, go to the fucking apps, and start uninstalling shit before the pop-up shows up and just blocks my whole screen. You know what I'm saying? Megatastic says, Joe, be very honest. Do you think email development is easy? I think it's hard and never equals to the design. It is easy. It is easy. The thing is that you have to understand. Sometimes when you're building something from a design, it's not going to look exactly the same way as your design unless you have the assets. This is the part that, that you have to understand that part. Like, if you're building an email and you, like, let's say, I'll take a screenshot from a video, email that I got on Gmail. I don't have all the assets. I don't have the fonts. I don't have the exact same things that it might have, right? I'm just going in and doing the best that I can to recreate that email. When you work at a company, You are the one setting the standard for that email. It's not that email that you built that you're trying to clone. I don't know if that makes sense, right? As long as the email looks good in every platform, you're gonna be fine. That's it. That's all you have to worry about. And you said, recently completed Klaviyo course. When can we expect cementation sections? Other ones like settings, 6, 7, successful flows. I gotta go back in there to see what you're talking about because I'm pretty sure we already had that. But if not, I'm gonna go check it out to see what's going on with that. I saw your comment, so I'm definitely I'm gonna check it out right after this live stream. See what do you mean? Let me see. DM Daniel Belfield, to make 2K, what do you have to start with? Boo, boo, boo. You're talking about trading? Well, basically, it's like this. You have to go in and like, okay, the stock market has been bad the past week, so because things are going down, right? Like the stock market is going down. I decided this morning, let me go check out futures. Now, futures is not something that I like to trade every day. I only like to trade it when I see that there's a clear trend. If there's a clear trend of just going up, I like to get into futures, right? If there's a clear trend going down, then I go in and I short it, right? So, like today, the S&P 500. I don't know how to set up the sharing the screen here because again, this is new software. I gotta set up my whole flow here, so I can't share my screen. But basically, let me see if I open up. Show you real quick. Hopefully, this makes sense. Okay, I don't know if you could see this. Hold on. You see how the chart went from it went basically earlier in the day. I'll show you right now. Where is it? Okay. See, it says 6,705, right? And it went down all the way to 6,616. Okay? So if you calculate, all right, what I like to do is I like to go in and do um, with five contracts, which is basically, I'll tell you right now, how much? Can't remember right now. I think it's 200 every 10. How much is five contracts? $10 where's it? MES. Sorry, guys. Okay, so five contracts is because it's $5 a pop. So five contracts with 10 points is $250. So I'm risking $50, $50 to $100, right, with a stop loss. So that's what I'm risking. I'm risking around $50 to $100 to then from there get $250, which is 10 points on the S&P 500, right? When there's a situation like how it is right now, where there's a huge downtrend, right? That's 100 points. Okay, I caught this 2 times with 40 points each. So when I caught it with 40 points, that's $1,000 each time. I caught it over here when there was a clear bias, which it was around 668, right? 668, right? At 668, I went in. I said, okay, if it hits 671, right? 667. 6,671. If it hits that, then get me out. If it continues going down, cool, let's go for it. So I caught a 40 point drop, right? That right there is $1,000. Okay, I did that early in the morning. That was around 10:30, around there, 10:30, 10:45. And then at the end of the day, right before I came in live here, I caught it again over here, which was at 670, the same area, 673, 670. And I just went in and I bought at the same area, 668, 669, and I just let it drop. All right, I just continue going with the flow. Okay, I actually got out way earlier than what I was supposed to, but I didn't want to risk it. Right? If I'm already 40 points, that's $1,000. Why do I gotta go in? I mean, technically you could hold it for as long as it continues the trend, but I'll be honest, I'm just grateful to make $2,000. Like, you know what I mean? $2,000 is $2,000, bro. You know what I mean? You know how hard I gotta work for $2,000? I gotta work hard. So if I could do that in a day, why not? So that's how I go in and trade futures. I used to trade Nasdaq, but Nasdaq is so volatile and like, bro, like in 1 second you could lose everything. In once like 1 minute chart, it could go from here and go like crazy. When I switched over to MES, right, the S&P 500, it moves more slower, but it allows you to have more control, right? With Nasdaq, I don't know if you took the trading fundamentals of trading course that I have on Coding Phase. I go in and I talk about that. I'm gonna add more sections to it too, because there's more things that I want to add for you guys to have. I'll probably record it today. Add you know, go over some of the stuff about MES, because in the course I did talk about Nasdaq, but I didn't go too deep into it because I tell you like, hey, Nasdaq is in a sense dangerous. You can make the most money in it, but it's dangerous. Like you could go in and lose money like crazy if you don't have a stop loss. And also too, if you don't get filled in at the right time, that shit could go fucking, and it just has like a god candle where it's like 100, 200 points, and that shit happens, then yeah, you could get liquidated. With S&P 500, it's much easier. It's much slower. You could go in, say you look at your support, your resistance, put in your thing. Say, hey man, we have a resistance that's 6,670. Cool. I'm gonna put my resistance there. I'm gonna get in at 665. If it doesn't pass 670, I'm gonna let this go for as long as possible, and I'll just move my stop loss every 10 points. Boom. Got 10 points. Cool. Another 10 points. Cool. Another 10 points. Cool. At one point, I think I was like 45, 48 points, but I like to move it every 10 points. So like that, I give it some wiggle room. And when it came back up, boom, it stopped me out. So I just got, my bullshit 40 points. But it's simple. It's easy. There's risk to it. You're risking some money to then from there be able to make some money. That's just how life is, right? I know some people that they don't like to risk anything. If you don't like to risk anything, then yeah, you got to stay in the same place you're at right now, because right now going outside is a risk. You go outside, you get in your car, it's a risk going to the store. Somebody might be robbing the store. Somebody takes a shot. Now you got shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just how it is. It's like, I'll give you like an example, just how life is. The other day, I go in, I take my son to the park. I take all of them. I freaking do all my work early. This was like last week or 2 weeks ago. I go in, take my kids. I'm like, I want to spend some time with them. I want to be able to go and chill with them. Let me take them to a park. And it's a park. It's a nice park. You got a water place, etc. They could get wet. They could have a lot of fun. When we get there, the fucking the water sprinklers are closed. So I'm like, damn, we came down here all the way to Sarasota, which is like 45 minutes away, for nothing. Guess what? There's still a park. My kids still want to hang out. They want to go around this thing that spins them around. I'm telling my kids, like, hey, sit down. If you guys are spinning, just sit down, so you guys don't go in and, you know, fall down. Guess what my son Jason does? After he tried it the first time, I said, sit down. You're gonna fall. He goes in and he's so excited. He's spinning around. He's having fun and doing all this shit. You know how kids are. He stands up. The shit is going fast. Now he flies off the thing. He falls on his shoulder. Guess what? He broke. He broke this bone here. He broke that bone. Now I'm in there stressed out. Like, I'm going crazy. I'm seeing his bone coming out his shit. Not out the skin, but I see it popping out. I'm like, I tell my wife, he broke his fucking collarbone. I think they call it clavicle or some shit like that. That's what they call that bone. Now, this is the part where I'm talking about risk. You can go outside and you could catch a L. Does that mean you're never gonna be able to go outside? Be like, I'm not going outside. I'm not going to the park. I'm not taking the kids to the park because they could get hurt. No, we're gonna go to the fucking park. We're gonna go outside. We're gonna do what we have to do because you can't live through life like that, right? It's the same thing with trading, right? There's days that you're gonna have a good day. There's days that you're gonna have a bad day, right? But you're risking something to have a good day. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how everything is. You know, again, it's not financial advice. It's, you know, for those of you guys that's interested, it's a good skill to have. I'm telling you guys right now, if I had this skill, bro, like back then, like, cause when I'm talking about like really big money, like if you have your savings, don't use your savings for trading. What you do is you buy ETFs, you buy, you know, long-term stocks. You're gonna get a good return over, you know, overall over time, right? That's the smart way of doing it, right? Day trading is like, hey, I got an extra, you know, $150 that I'm willing to risk for the day to see if I can make 1,000 or $2,000. $180 is nothing. For if you go in and make 500, if you go in and make even 300, you just doubled your money. You know how hard it is. I mean, you go in and think about it. Think about it like this. How hard? How much does it take you? How much time does it take you to go in and make $1,000? That's the number one thing that I ask myself, right? How long does it take me to make $1,000? And I got to do a lot of work. Some people think Joe's just chilling. Nah, I do a lot of fucking work. Um, every $1,000 I got to put in the work. Now, if I could go in and do that shit on my own, shit, like why not? Right? Why not? There's people that, you know, they make even way more money than me trading. But for me, the way I look at it is side income, right? I'm doing long term investing, and then side income is just like, you know, extra 1,000, 2,000 on a week, right? Sometimes even more than that. But again, it adds up by the end of the month. Or by the end of the month, you look back, you're like, holy shit, I got $6,000. What I could do with that? Pay off some credit cards, you know, go for a vacation, you know, invest into my business, you know, maybe buy some of the things that I want to buy for myself. You know, I like having, you know, nice screens for when I'm coding. Guess what? I buy myself an OLED, you know, monitor. So now I have two OLED monitors. Each one of them is, you know, to $100. How did I pay it? It wasn't from my job. It wasn't from my business. I did it with the trading money. It's side income. All right. For some people, what I consider my side income, that's their main income. You know, there's people right now making $4,000 or $5,000 a month. I'll make that on my own trading side income. Right? For them, that could be a full time job if that's something that they were interested in. Right? For me, it's like, okay, that's nice. It's extra bread that I could go in and pay off this car or pay off whatever other bullshit. Or when shit like this happens, my son breaks his shit. That shit costs money. Who's gonna pay it? Me. How much time per day do you trade? Day trade? It depends. Like if I if I see an opportunity, it's whatever time you're available. Like you don't want to get into trades just because you want to trade. You just go in and be like, okay, you look at the market, the phone is there, boom, and then you're doing everything else that you're doing throughout your day. When you see an opportunity, you're like, oh shit, this shit is already high, it already hit resistance. Let me get in this. Boom. Put a little order. I'm risking $50. This shit continues to go down. Oh wow, we made 1,000. Nice. That's it. You don't want to be day trading the whole day. You got to do other stuff because, you know, if you over trade, in a sense, you're gonna lose. If you trade, like you lose like that. What you want to do is just take your time, wait for an opportunity, and then you get in. Let me see. Reading through here. Uh, yep, same here. I think both WordPress dev and email dev can make the same side. The timeline may be different though. Yeah. Let me see. Just reading through here. Angel 83 says, "Do you think Klaviyo is one of the best ESPs to learn? Do you think building flow, setting up segmentation, email development enough to get hired? What else can we learn?" Um, yeah, like once you have, what we cover in that course already is exactly what you're gonna need. Like you don't need like so much. What you need to know is how to build the emails, how to test the emails, and pretty much know that hey, there's a place where you go in, take this code, and you put it there. In a sense, that's pretty much as much you need for you to get hired. Now, there's some companies that they'll go in and they'll ask you for more things, but that's, every company is different. But you don't really need like having like a million skills to get the job as an email developer because you learn this shit on the job. Like, there's things that even if I wanted to teach it to you, you can't learn it online. You can't. Like, this is stuff that you're gonna learn on the job, and companies know that. And like, their own workflows, their own ways how they do things. I can't teach you that. Every company does things differently. Some company might use Klaviyo, some company might use Salesforce, some company might use Pardot, some companies might use Drip, some companies might use Active Campaign. There's a million platforms. Once you understand how to use one, that's all you need. Let me see, reading through here. Just going through the chat. Let's see, method. I'm just reading through the chat. Zorinta says, "I'm seeing a lot of listings for Braze and Klaviyo." Yes, there's a lot of listings for it. But Braze is the new Salesforce in a sense. It's cheaper. It has the same features, so a lot of companies are switching over to Braze. Um, you know, as far as the ESPs, like once you learn one, like that's what we cover. If you've gone through the email marketing for developers course, we cover enough of what you need. Even the Klaviyo course, that's just an extra. That's like, okay, I know how to use ConvertKit and I also know how to use Klaviyo. Okay, cool. Same thing like right now. You could go in and say, well, let me go in and get my Salesforce Marketing Cloud certificate, right? That's an extra. That's like, hey, I'm just, giving them a perk. Like, yeah, I know how to use this. I know how to use this. I know how to use that. But You can't go in and be like, well, I'm gonna learn Clavio, Salesforce, Braze, Drip. Bro, you're gonna go crazy. Like, once you know one, it's a wrap. With that, you can show that you know how to go in and work with the systems. Some companies will prefer you have experience with whatever they're using, but most people that unless you already worked at a company that already using that system, like most people don't have experience with Braze or Salesforce. You know, so yeah, don't go too crazy. Just like I said, look through the curriculum of what we have. I guarantee you that if you go in, you build your portfolio project, you go through the course that I already gave you, I guarantee you, you're gonna get a job with that. Okay? We've been doing this shit for almost 10 years, bro. Like, there's a reason. Like, I'm trying to make it simple for you guys. I could go in and be like, hey, let's go in and create a course for Salesforce, Braze, Drip, all of this shit. The reality of things is like you don't need to learn all of them shits. You learn one of them, you understand how it works, how to set up your flows, your automations. If you went through the ConvertKit one, you're good to go. It's the same shit on freaking on Klaviyo. It's the same shit on Salesforce. I don't like to go in and create courses of the same thing when we already cover that, and when I know you already could get a job with that. It just doesn't make sense because then I'm just nickel and diming you. You know what I'm saying? And also too, it wouldn't make sense for me financially to go in and make a course for every single thing when I already taught it, because my business model is I'm giving you all the courses for a subscription. Now, if I was to be really focused on selling each course, that would be different. Then I'll be making a course for every fucking bullshit, just like every fucking guy that's out there. Like, there's a guy, I don't want to say his name. Um, there's a guy on Udemy that he does a fucking course for React 16, React 17, React 17.1, React 17.3, React 17.5, Next.js, Next.js 10, Next.js 11, Next.js 12, Next.js 12.5, Next.js 13, Next.js 14, Next.js 15, Next.js with server-side component. It's the same fucking course. Like, if you already went through Next.js course level 10, right? Or volume 10, whatever, version 10, you should already know. If the person already taught you good enough, you should already know how to go through the documentation, see the new updates. You don't need to pay for a course on that. You understand? Like, it's just crazy how people do it. Yeah, man. But yeah, guys, listen, I'm about to get out of here. We had a good live stream. Hopefully, you guys got to see me good. I sound okay. Hopefully, you guys to enjoy this. Like I said, check out the links on codingphase.com, on the links over here in the description. Come to the platform, guys. If you support what we've been doing here for the last 10 years and you've been wanting to do this, this is the time. Come in. It's $1 a day. One thing that I'm thinking about doing, maybe, I don't know, maybe for next month or the month after, I'm thinking about taking away the $1 a day. To be honest with you, I did that to really like help people out for the beginning of the year. But I'll be honest, I don't make no profit on that, like, straight up. I did it to really help out people to come in for the beginning of the year and get you started, so you could come in and check out the platform. Right? There's no excuse. Some of you guys have taken it, some of you guys have not taken it. I don't know why you haven't, but I'm also thinking in my head, maybe people think, well, this shit is so cheap. Why is it so cheap? When all of these other people charge, $100, all of these people charge, $500 for a whole course, $1,000 for a whole course. Maybe this shit is not good. So, you know, I'm thinking, you know what? Let's get back to to the real pricing, right? Whoever already has it at $1 a day, you could keep it now. But we'll probably raise it, to $50 to $60, maybe 80. It all depends. If you're already a member, you know how this shit goes. Whatever price you came in with, you always keep it as long as you're a member. But yeah, I'm really thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? I might just go in and stop the whole, $30. Whoever already signed up, you could keep it. Whoever is new, it is what it is. It just, it doesn't make sense for me to provide all of this work, all of this stuff, and so I feel like a lot of people don't really take advantage of it. Also too, like in a sense, like right now I'm about to start running a lot of ads. To be honest with you, and sometimes that's just how it works. I don't know why. Sometimes people, if they see something is at a lower price than a competitor, they think like it's not the same quality. So I I don't know. I'm the type of person that I'm trying to help people out. I'm trying to go in and provide as much value to people, and I'm trying to make it. My goal is always to make it as much affordable as possible, but this shit is always, I don't know, it's weird. Pricing is so weird because you can price something super high and not a lot of people buy it, but you're more profitable, but you're helping less people. Now if you put it too cheap for people, then people think like, why is this so cheap? Why does this shit work? So I don't know. Pricing is weird. It's one of those things that you just can't do it like a personal thing. Me with coding phase is like, that's like my baby. I actually enjoy helping people out. I see that the economy is not the best. I see that a lot of people struggling. So I thought, you know what? Let me go in and help people out. Put it at $1 a day. I make money in other shits. So as long as it keeps the lights on, I don't care. If I make freaking out of the whole $30, I make freaking $4. I don't care. Like I make money regardless. But at the end of the day, it's like I know how the human mind works, where it's like, why is this so cheap? There's over 100 courses in here. You got a portfolio template, you got resume builder, you got even meetings, you got this and that. Why is it so cheap? That's the mentality of fucking people. I don't know. So take advantage now. If you've been wanting to come, you're not gonna see a price so cheap like how it is right now, man. So take advantage. Once I go in, I flip the switch. This shit going back to 50 and above. You know. Yeah, man. Reading through the chat. Bro, barely installed later. Yeah, definitely do Nick. I'm just reading through the chat. We already members, already legends for real. There you go. OPEC oil per barrel, the win. You want oil, people. You want oil to go up. I don't know. Either way, I'm making money with it. It either goes up or go down. Like I don't even care. I do want the shit to go down though, so people will have more money. At the end of the day, having $8 prices on gas tanks, can affect everybody in every business. So we definitely do not want that. But anyways, guys, listen. Like I said, take advantage right now. As long as you see it on the website, if it says $1, take advantage. It's $1 a day. Okay, that's $30. So if you've been wanting to come to Coding Phase, this is the moment. Once we switch the switch, it's a wrap. Okay, so take care, guys. I'm gonna see you guys later. It's your boy Joe back at it again, Coding